Alright, so I screwed up in recording the next part, the next hour or so. I didn't record any audio at all. I hit the mute button on my microphone before starting the episode. So I recorded everything, saved over everything, didn't get audio. So we're going to watch the recording and I'm just going to commentate over it a little bit. It's going to be one of those battles where you can't field your entire party in, which sucks for me, because I really like my 5 characters. I think they've come together. But at least we get to field our bard here. Our bard is actually instrumental in this fight. Just, I don't think I could have done it without him, really. He does so much, as you'll see. So now we see Rafa confronting the Duke. And this guy is still just the worst. Even in the position he's in, he's still hasn't changed. He's basically running for his life from the Lucavi. But still, he's gonna be a stuck-up bastard about it. And basically what he's saying is he's doubly a bastard, because it was implied that he raped Rafa, and he has the gall to say, after all I've done for you, how could you betray me? This guy needs to die. But unfortunately, he pulls out a real-ass gun. Oh god, I hate this text. I just want this guy to hurry up and die. Thankfully, Marak comes in. He finally hears the truth from the Duke's own mouth. And he knows his sister has been telling the truth all along. And he takes the bullet for her. That pistol must be have like a silencer or whatever. It sounded like a pea shooter. But that's where we come in. He wants the stones, but he's not the only one. And he literally just gets yeeted off the castle, and he's gone. My only regret is that we didn't kill him, but at least he's dead. But that, the white-haired man, is a familiar face. He was the Marquis we saved back in Chapter 1. And unfortunately, he's not here to repay the favor. Marquis Elmdor is something of a double agent for the church. It seems like he's manipulating the armies to fight against each other while being loyal to the church. He wants the stones. We got them. Again, he's trying to use Alma as a bargaining chip. That's gonna be the case for most of the game. Or that has been the case for most of the game. But Ramza is not going to take that bargain. He's seen firsthand what the stones are capable of. He knows that even if Alma's life is in danger, he can't give these stones to anyone. They'll just be used for evil. And so, we got a fight on our hands. Now, to win this fight, we only have to defeat one of them. And this is the first opportunity we have to learn Ultima. If either of the female guards of the Marquis cast Ultima on Ramza, I believe we'll learn it. Unfortunately, these girls only have eyes for a certain bard. They're going to cast Ultima on it twice. So the Marquis has the First Strike reaction ability. I didn't know what that did until right now. We'll see what happens. So the First Strike ability has a chance to just negate your attack altogether, and instead the enemy gets an attack. You get nothing. It's a better counterattack, but it doesn't proc as often. So here I am, going, what's that? I want that. So we decide with our Black Mage to just assassinate one of the girls. And our Bard, both Ultimas are being cast on it, so he's gonna try to sing, but he's going to die. We just had to kill one of them, or defeat one of them. They're not dead. And the Marquis and his guards retreat. But Marak is dead. This this scene up to this point must have been doubly painful for Ramza, having Rafa lose her brother, and his thoughts turn to Alma. But Rafa hears the call of the Zodiac Stone. She uses the stone on Marak. And it revives him with absolutely no downsides whatsoever. It's the first time we've seen a stone used completely without any negative effects. There's no Lucavi, there's no big demon thing. He's just back. So the assumption made by Ramza and Marak is that the stones themselves aren't evil, even though they seem to seal the Lucavi. Their power, the Lucavi's power, isn't inherently evil. It's those who wield that power. If their hearts are corrupt, then the power becomes evil. But if a person's heart is altruistic or good, then the power becomes good. We saw that with Marak's revival. So now we have a pretty good collection of Zodiac Stones. Now we see the world around us is still going on. It's the wheel is still turning. The civil war among the Kingdom of Iblis is still going strong. The North and South still going at it. And the North, their morale is fairly low, so they're coming together to make a final push, or what they hope to be a final push. Alright, so now Rafa and Marak both join our party. They are technically the worst unique characters in the game. They're not inherently bad, it's just their unique abilities are entirely random. It's possible that their unique ability will not hit at all, ever. So now, Marak and Ramza are assuming that there is yet another party, a fourth party, pulling the strings in this conflict. The Church was acting as the third party, goading on the North and South armies to continue fighting, until the people turn to the church for guidance, and the church gains power. But now Ramza is assuming that there is a fourth party pulling the strings within the church, because it doesn't seem like any of the members of the church actually know what the Zodiac Stones do, or why they are actually gathering them. Somebody has to know. Somebody has to know the truth. So now Oron and Sid meet up, and Oron has basically been gathering information about the war, and now Sid knows that the church is doing something to pull the strings. They don't know for why or for what reason, but they know that this war is just one big manipulation by the church. But they don't have enough information to actually stop it yet. And one of the other things that this conversation reveals is that for this army, most of the lords don't want to fight anymore. A lot of the Baron's bannermen are only there because Thunder God Sid is there. And as long as Thunder God Sid continues fighting, they'll continue fighting. But they don't want to fight anymore. They're tired of this civil war. Morale is taking its toll. They just want it to end. We see that Sid has a stone of his own. And we know if the church is trying to collect stones, eventually they're going to come after Sid. We're just going to spend a little bit upgrading our stuff here. I think this particular town only really has upgrades for melee characters. The next town will have upgrades for magic characters. Now, the Morning Star, although it's more powerful than a sword, its damage is randomized. I really hate Morning Stars. I remember the first time I played the game, I fell into the trap thinking large attack power is by default better. It is not. Although I can't remember what the range of Morning Star is. Perhaps it does maximum damage at max range if it has like a range of 2, like a spear. But I could never get them to work properly as a kid, so I just stopped using them. I think out of all the purchases here, I think the Vampire Cape is going to turn out to be the best one. The extra little bit of evasion, it actually, in the next few battles, came in handy. Here we are getting unlucky with random battles. But we actually get to use a bard for real this time. And now that our ninja has an actual weapon on the offhand, instead of like a toy, she'll do some good damage. I think everything on this map is weak to fire. Unfortunately, our ninja is just not strong enough to kill that thing in one round, but ninjas can attack twice, and that's lovely. So the way bard songs work is that the bard will channel a song, and at the end of the song, something will happen, and then the bard will continue channeling the song. And every time the song finishes, the thing will happen again. With Nameless Song, it has a random chance to cast beneficial status buffs on your party. And it's just really hilarious and stupid and good. I realize here that Ramza is still a squire, so he's not dealing as much damage as he should. But he's wielding the Ice Brand, so that makes up for it. Now the regen on our Geomancer and Ramza is good, but the haste on our Black Mage is great. It's kind of silly that the animations have the ninja attack twice, even though the guy is already dead. I don't know why these guys are casting oil, because I don't think they actually cast fire magics. And oil causes somebody to become weak to fire for one attack. And here I found out that the monk's chakra is not actually holy elemental. I assumed that it would damage the undead. It did not. Which is good for in the future in case somebody is inflicted with zombie. Because now I have a means to heal them if they are inflicted with zombie. The Bard's Nameless Song also has a chance to inflict re-raise on a person, which automatically revives them upon death, which is just insane. Now, unfortunately, the Bard, his stuff is a little bit unreliable. If Nameless Song would actually land a regen on everyone first turn, it would be possible to just do a fight without even needing a healer. So I decided to put the Japamala on our Black Mage. The Japamala increases all elemental damage dealt, which just means our Black Mage is gonna do more damage. She's gonna lose movement speed, but in theory, she won't need it. Anything comes close to her, it dies. We still don't have a weapon for Bard, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to equip it with. I have an idea that doesn't really work out to equip it with as much speed boosting abilities as possible, but really, once I get turn 1 off for the Bard, it could have no speed at all. Because I'm never really gonna stop it singing. I might change its song, but I'd never stop its song. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of egg that is, because the black chocobo egg we had earlier was purple. But that's a black egg. I'm thinking maybe it might be a blue chocobo or something, I don't know. And here we buy just, we update our equipment, but we also buy a bunch of shuriken and bombs for our ninja. And the bombs allow the ninja to take advantage of elemental weaknesses, and the shurikens are just straight up damage. So I'm very reticent to upgrade the equipment of our ninja and geomancer, because what they have on, the headband and the power garb, that's +4 physical attack power. And getting a little bit more HP, that's +4 physical attack power we'd lose. I don't think I'm not really willing to do that yet. So I see the regen passive effect, and I think to myself, if purses and bags have passive effects like that, then maybe if I had a dancer, that would be a good weapon for a dancer. Get like a passive haste or a passive protect. So dancers are the opposite of bards. Bards will cast beneficial effects on your party, dancers will cast negative effects on the enemy. So the problem with my thief is that, or my ninja, is that she dies pretty quickly. She doesn't really have a whole lot of health. I'm still not willing to give up that 4 attack power, because that attack power applies to both weapon swings. We just buy a ludicrous amount of bombs and shuriken. Spend most of my money on this. So we are officially, we're taking Ninja to the end game, no matter what. So here we run into somewhat of a problem. We like Knight Ramza, but if we turn him into Knight Ramza, all of his JP is going to go to waste. He's not going to learn anything. So I'm trying to figure out what I want him to be. And I think I settle on, we're going to try out Samurai. Because I mistakenly think that the first strike ability is from Samurai. It's not, but I think it is. And to get Samurai, we need Dragoon level 2. Now, unfortunately, we do not have spears, and the nearest place to buy spears is the previous town that we started in. So I have to get a little creative. We equip the Brawler ability, which we lose our shield, but now we can punch things. We get yet another random battle, much to my chagrin. Fortunately, we start on the high ground, so our Bard is probably never going to get hit at all. We can just move him to the corner up there, and we can body block everything trying to come up. We haven't learned how to throw bombs yet. So rather than start using our shurikens, we're going to start using our weakest weapons, our weakest knives. We don't really need the money right now. We're going to get money from these battles, so we don't need to sell them. We might as well just throw them for damage. And our Geomancer, although we're not doing a whole lot of damage, we do land a disable on this bomb. So that bomb is, but that bomb is done for the rest of the fight. So without a spear, jump doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and just punching people is better. now we see the power of that accessory we equipped. Even with just Fire 1, we annihilate that guy. And I think this is where I finally decide to replace Nature's Wrath with Counter again. I think with the Brawler ability equipped, Counter is going to do more damage, and I can't really rely on Nature's Wrath to inflict status ailments on a counter. Man, I love Geomancy. I really do. It's a shame it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but just being able to inflict status ailments randomly like that while just chipping people down, it's hilariously good. And now, everyone's out of range of her black magics, but she can chakra and get some MP back whenever she doesn't have anything to do. It's not a whole lot of MP, but it's MP. MP is MP. These random battles, with this party setup, it's just, I don't think there's anything anybody can do to stop us. We have a bard just completely being barred. So here I found out I'm exactly 1 JP away from getting Dragoon level 2, so I'm gonna have to do another battle as Dragoon to unlock Samurai. So I decided to get the song that increases everyone's speed by 1, but it has a chance to miss. Like, all Bard songs have a chance to miss, which is unfortunate. It would be incredibly overpowered if I could just increase everyone's speed by 1 every Bard cast. So now we get a storyline battle. on our way to see Delita, we have to deal with the regular military. We are in the middle of a civil war. Neither side knows where our allegiances lie. They just see a group of armed individuals going towards a castle. The Southern Sky is going to stop us. Or they're at least going to try. They do have a pretty good setup. The Dragoons will be able to climb this cliff pretty well. They've got a Black Mage and an Archer up top with range. They don't have a terrible position. So we're going to try out Rousing Song. Try to increase everyone's speed if we can. Unfortunately, as usual, our Thief is gonna do a lot of tanking. Both that Black Mage and the Archer, they just have it out for our Thief. And the Dragoon. It's spoilers, but I think our Thief is going to die. So here I figure out that if I can kill the Black Mage, I can stop its cast. So we're going to try and do that. So we're going to play it a little risky with our Black Mage. We have to get up this mountain. So they're going to get to us anyway. But we can assassinate some people with a flare. An instant cast flare for 392 damage as long as it hits. So, only our Black Mage gets +1 speed, which is very, very unlucky. Ow. So I kind of decide to change our Bard song after I raise. I have to stop singing to actually heal somebody. How dare this game. Now, our ninja's offhand weapon can inflict doom, so in 3 turns that archer would die. But that's not fast enough. Now we have 2 characters clumped up together, and we have a Black Mage and we have a Geomancer. That's too tempting for us to pass up. Now, we can't assassinate them with a Faraga alone, but our Geomancer can help us finish the job. See, that was the Vampire Mantle. The magic evasion came in handy, saving our ninja's life. And Faraga just annihilates these two guys. We're too far away to heal our ninja, so we're just going to use Nameless Song. Hope for like a re-raise or something. This Dragoon has a lot of evasion. He can avoid a knife, but he can't avoid a rock. So the implication of this battle is that we are making an enemy of pretty much the entire Southern Sky forces. We are forcing our way through here, without any regard to the Civil War. It's not really gonna go well for our reputation. We've been labeled as a heretic. So now this isn't gonna do us any favors, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So we unlock the Samurai class. We don't have any samurai swords. Now, the Samurai class is sort of like the Ninja class. The Ninja will take existing weapons in your inventory and throw them, pretty much destroying the weapon in the process. The Samurai class will take existing Samurai swords in your inventory and then magically unleash their hidden power to perform this, like, melee magic attack. And the Samurai sword has a chance of breaking when it happens. Now, I discover here that First Strike is not actually a samurai ability. I thought it was, because I didn't actually check. So unlocking the samurai class was a waste of time for me personally, at least in my particular goal here. Now, it is required for a super secret class that they threw into the PSP version of the game. That probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to have Ramza be, but it requires a whole lot of grinding, and I don't think I'll be able to do it. So I decide here to go back to Monk, because Monk has the first strike ability, and now I figure out that Ramza Squire now knows Shout, which increases your bravery, your faith, your speed, your magical attack power, and your physical attack power, all in one cast for no MP cost. And all of that increase stacks for the rest of the fight. It is literal insanity. If Ramza was a ninja with dual wield, or any class with a ninja dual wield ability, increasing your attack power and then going in for the kill is just insane. So that's the plan for most of the game now, is to just shout and then assassinate people. Now I'm thinking, if I'm getting first strike for Ramza, maybe I should get first strike for my Geomancer as well. But we'll think about that later once we actually master Geomancer. There's a lot left for Geomancer. Alright, so I think that's it for this episode. I'm sorry about the post-commentary. Maybe it was better than actual commentary. Probably was. But the audio levels are going to be a little bit off. Of course, we're no strangers to that. Especially in this series. But, I'll see you guys next time.